Thank you so much, Paloma. And welcome everyone for our weekly, today's Wednesday, October 26th. And this is Paloma's AMA. And let me just make sure that I think we have the Paloma AMA posted on there. So let me just make sure. What are we doing here? Got everybody here listening. I'm just trying to share the link, so don't worry. I'm just sharing the link again via a tweet. We are on live. I'm just sharing a tweet. Paloma with at Paloma Chain. Paloma Chain. Paloma Chain. Paloma Chain. All right. Oh, there you go. Boom. There you go. All right, boom, that's good. Okay, so I just had to tweet out to my fans and my followers. Thanks, everyone. Today's Wednesday, October 26th, and we are rocking and rolling. And I just love these pigeons as they post up their memes. Very, very cool. So we are now on testnet 12, and we want to. This is our pre-event before we head over to ETH Lisbon. So first of all, thank you very much, Paloma community. It's amazing. I think we had the most validators on Paloma last week. We were up to about 35 validators on the testnet. Somebody went and spread the word that there was an incentivized testnet, and people got crazy because somebody got eggs and everybody got eggs. They're waiting to see what happened with the eggs. So I want to say, first of all, thank you for the validators. Thank you for all the developers on Paloma. And thank you for the flock. You guys have been great. If you're going to be in ETH Lisbon next week, please join us. Come check us out. lu.ma/spooky, SPOOKY. Join us. We'll be sponsoring the cross-chain cocktails event at ETH Lisbon, which should be a lot of fun. We're going to be meeting people, connecting, and networking so that we can continue to build in what is the coldest bear market on record. This is really cold and it's a bear market. So bring yourselves. It should be fun. Reminder of what is Paloma? Paloma is cool. cool. It's cool. And Paloma is a permissionless cross-chain messaging. Again, we're secure by consensus under Tendermint, and we are built using the Cosmos SDK. We'll talk a little bit about how we're going to be changing on the Cosmos SDK a little later. And Paloma is also something new. We're also decentralized, permissionless gas price oracle. So we've never said that before, but we're now saying it because we're realizing, based on our efforts last week and based on the egg minting, Paloma is now being used as a decentralized gas price oracle. And Vera, do you know what a decentralized gas price oracle is?
I have a few ideas, but
what do you think it is? Why don't you tell me? What do you think a decentralized gas price oracle is?
Well, I hear it doesn't exist very often. It's a rare thing. It's essentially
that's very so. Yes, it does not exist very often. If you wanted to get the gas price estimate for a call in real time, you can do so, right? You can get estimates from Ethereum, you can get estimates from any chain. But if you wanted to do that in a way that you could get it across any chain at any time, and do so without having to, slot in a credit card, if you just wanted to pay in crypto to do so, we are learning that that's something that is not available in the current crypto ecosystem. All right. So you have stock price oracles, like you have Pith, right? You have Pith, you have Chainlink. But if you want to say, hey, I want to estimate the gas price across 10 different chains in real time, before I execute logic, that is currently unavailable to you. But you do have that with Paloma. So Paloma aims to be a decentralized permissionless gas price oracle. And we're excited to talk about that in the future. I'm not supposed to say things about the future. We're just going to say that that's here now, and we're building on it. So you should expect that Paloma may have some of these things as we go forward. Okay, moving quickly along. SEC. Fast latency, which means the validators compete on speed. Validators on Paloma get jailed if they don't respond in time. And that makes validators very, very angry. So what you have is a forcing function on Paloma where validators are incentivized to be very, very fast and to have high performance throughput on their RPC endpoints. Paloma is also secure. We use a validator security model, which has proven to be effective validator security to ensure that essentially messages are not interfered with because, again, validators are incentivized to the fee market. They get paid for sending the messages, and then they get slashed for messing with the messages. So this simple model, we think, allows us to create Paloma to create an open fee market for being a validator on the Paloma network. Paloma is currently deployed to Ethereum mainnet and as well as Binance Smart Chain. Someone asked Daria, is Daria here with us today? We miss Daria. She's one of our most awesome pigeons. She's not here with us today. I know, sad face. We gotta give sad face. We miss you, Daria. But she asked, when will Paloma deploy to other chains? And we've told folks, Paloma can deploy to other chains anytime. It doesn't require anyone. If you would like to see Paloma on a different chain, all you have to do is put together a proposal. And if you want to learn about proposals, check forum.palomachain.com. On the forums, there are guides to create a proposal, but anyone can create a proposal to deploy Paloma to any EVM chain today without having to wait on anyone else. All right. So Daria asked, when are we going to deploy to other chains? Well, it's totally up to you. Volume does not control deployment to chains. Volume does not schedule it. It is simply a matter of the community. So hopefully, again, I think, and it's kind of funny because I think this is true governance. I think a lot of folks forget that the reason why we're doing this is to be decentralized. You don't have to wait and ask permission. Tarek, may I have permission to go to the bathroom, please? That's like my 2-year-old. She was like, Dad, I need to go to potty. And I'm like, yes, you may go potty. If you want to deploy Paloma and start executing and taking advantage of free gas on any other chains, all you got to do is put up a proposal and it's done. And the proposals and the
Are you
templates.
saying it is as easy as going to the potty to put up a proposal on your chain?
We call it a potty improvement proposal. Dad, I want to go to the potty. Here's my rationale. I'm going to piss in my pants. You have to clean up. Yes. It's a Paloma improvement proposal is way better than my daughter's potty improvement proposal. But Paloma improvement proposal actually will deploy you to any other EVM chain. You know, I don't know, Vera. I think maybe we just don't do a good job saying that enough. Is it our fault that we just don't say it's like free software? You can do whatever you want.
I think we're not saying
I
enough.
think we're not saying it
So
enough. Jesus.
we could reiterate it again.
God. Okay. Is it not? We have free gas. There's a big website that says free gas. like, like, I don't know what's required. Like, how can you, like, what else can you say? Free gas on any blockchain you desire. All you have to do is put up a proposal and send a vote.
And then you send a message.
And then you send a message. That's it. You're done. You're done. Yeah. So I apologize to the Paloma flock. I'm doing a terrible job telling people that free gas means free gas on any EVM chain. But you know, I know my English sucks. I speak in cool. But yes, that is Paloma. All right, let's talk about last week. So last week we were working on automated gas refunds because now that we had been able to essentially get to a structure of gas refunds, which we learned can't be done every time there are transactions. We have to do it most likely once a day. The validators who were testing the network, and God bless them, decided, we said to them, hey, listen, gas refunds are funded by volume, but we can't do that every time because then the gas costs will essentially exceed the refund. So once a week, once a day, gas refunds, and the automation took a few stumbles, but now it's automatic. Every day at 1600 UTC, gas refunds for all chains happen. And again, it doesn't just have to be Ethereum or BNB, it could be others. So this means now anyone can use Paloma to execute any contract on Ethereum Binance Smart Chain, and the validators will be refunded the gas. validators will be refunded the gas. And so again, we changed the website to be like free gas, so hopefully folks will get it. But yes, we're saying to folks, if you don't know why you should use it, you can check out our egg NFT minting contracts that are in the Paloma repo, as well as you can check out the Cosm Wasm and Viper contracts for limit order bots on Uniswap. So again, I think I don't do a good job telling people this is all free. I think I need to do a better job. But yes, you can literally build on Paloma today, experiment, or even run it and not pay gas on these two chains. And so we're excited about that. Also, we're excited about releasing the limit order bot code. That code now can be used on any Cosmos chain, right? That also has cross-chain execution. So literally, you can use our limit order bot to first of all deploy on. You could use it on Juno. You can because it's Cosmosm. You can run the limit order bot on Juno and Cosmosm. Of course, it won't be able to talk to Paloma chain, but if you wanted to do limit order bots on Cosmosm itself, you can use that code. You can also hack that code to explore limit order bots on Uniswap, the Viper side. We have the Viper code that can be used. So again, a lot of versatile code snippets that are functional that you can use in any way. But this cool part about Paloma is the assembly of the instruction set, right? So if you say, well, fine, if I could do all this stuff, why do I need Paloma? Well, we say the Paloma instruction set means you have to use them both together. So you could use the Cosmwasm limit order bot to essentially send the orders or automate the order sending to the Ethereum side, which will be your Viper contract limit order bot that is actually going to execute the insertion of the order into the Uniswap contract. So the reason why you like Paloma or you think Paloma is important is the assembly of activities. And we say the assembly of activities is important because having those activities run simultaneously or at the same time is the power of Paloma, right? So I can say, boom, I can execute a trading strategy that executes in Cosmosm that automatically runs and delivers and moves my liquidity on Uniswap v3. And then you can ask, well, Tarek, that's Uniswap v3. Can I do this on Arbitrum? Well, funny you asked that question. Yes, everywhere Uniswap is deployed, you can use the Cosmwasm code and our Viper code to execute orders on Uniswap v3. I think I just don't tell people enough, Vera. Is it my fault? I just don't talk enough. Is it I should talk more? We should make this AMA an
Maybe
hour long. Just Tark ranting for an hour.
maybe more languages, maybe in
Je
more
voudrais, ok,
languages. I don't know.
je voudrais parler français. Ici, les limites votes, ici, les classes voisines, avec en Uniswap, plus monnaie, plus monnaie. um, I can't speak German. Is anybody going to say, we need, Vera, you need to explain this in German. Go ahead. Ja, ja, sprechen, sprechen. Um,
Because
go ahead. Go ahead. Give it to us in German. Yes. Ja, ja.
oh God, like and Nico is here, he's gonna judge me
Let
again.
him judge. Let him
Ist
judge.
alles kostenlos. Ist umsonst.
Love it. So I know yeah. Okay. I'm choking up. Yes, you can use the Viper contracts on any Uniswap deployed contract, AMM on any chain. So you can literally duplicate the Viper contract code deployed on Arbitrum, Optimism, and Polygon, and then use the Cosmos contract to execute the transactions or execute it on these. But first, you'll have to write a proposal to deploy Paloma to Arbitrum, deploy Paloma to Optimism, deploy Paloma to Polygon. And you can do that for free. So there you go. Very, very huge. Okay. I think next time we're going to do a Super Bowl ad. And the Super Bowl ad will say, free simultaneous execution of EVM contracts via the Cosmos. And it'll be at the halftime show. And everybody will be like, oh my God, you can do that with Paloma. Yes, yes, you can. So that's hard. All right. So a lot of stuff. We're going to try to keep reminding people about what's available here. But there we go. So what else did we do last week? We had two proposals pushed. Proposal number one, proposal number two on testnet 12, right? So we want to, again, flex muscles, practice, put the Paloma testnet 12 out for its paces. So we reduced the inflation rate from 3% from 12%, what was like 15% down to 3% range to 7% max. The reason why we did this proposal, and I didn't do the proposal, some guy named Larry did this proposal, was so that we could essentially reduce the inflation rate because, or quote unquote, this yield on tokens, because the revenue from fee generation is a main aim of Paloma, right? Paloma aims to continue to generate fees off of the execution of these contracts. And so the fee module is something that is still being worked on, which is part of gas management. And we've talked about that work and an effort ongoing there. But that proposal passed, which was awesome. Also, we have proposal number two, which was to upgrade the chain. As everybody knows, Dragonberry exploit affected Cosmos IBC. It was discovered after continued review from the Binance hack. So the Dragonberry affected Paloma as well. So we did a upgrade proposal to patch for Dragonberry, which was to move from 0.45.8 Cosmos SDK release to 0.45.9, as well as to also upgrade to WASM-D v.0.29 release candidate 1. And was it? Not release candidate 1, because we went to release candidate 1 and 2, but OV29.1. I'm sorry. So the upgrade was successful, but we had a problem. Validators were reporting that they were unable to create blocks. Proposals were being submitted, but there was an app hash error at the pre-vote block. So which is the, hey, this is a step that, says, hey, everybody's connected to the network, we're back. And first of all, it's just amazing. All 30-something validators were back after the upgrade and after the chain halt. So well done, validators. But of course, what happened was that the pre-vote, and it's still happening now, would not create the block, app hash error, which means essentially we had a fork. So we, of course, did everything right. We weren't sure what that non-determinism was coming in from. We met with the wonderful folks at Tenement, and they shared that that issue most likely was related to the IVL fast node. So if you are unfamiliar with IVL, it is a type of tree, and it is what we call a type of Merkle tree. It is named after the inventors Anderson, Bilelsky, and Landis. So it's an immutable tree. So it's basically a way to organize the history, or the history of transactions flowing from each input to each output. So in Bitcoin, we call them Merkle trees, and they essentially match the relationship between each key, which is an input, and each key, which is an output, and essentially the transaction. So the IAVL, it gets very, very big because of course when you're creating transactions, it grows huge, and the size of these transactions, there are features to help improve it. And one of those features is this thing called IVL fast node. So Cosmos has this functionality called the IVL fast node, which allows for faster processing of this big table, right? This tree-like structure. And that tree-like structure and that fast node can corrupt or create non-determinism. So we found out that we told all the, of course, validators, please update your app.toml. And again, validators were very responsive. These pigeons are amazing, and we salute them. And everybody was patched, but the issue still persisted. And the reason why is because, of course, we still had to cut a new release for disabling this IAVL feature in root.go. Now, of course, once we tried to disable it, we realized that we were on Starport, which meant that we had to, in order to patch this fix, we had to now go back and make a big refactoring on a substantial piece of software that is Paloma. So for those who don't know, when we started Paloma, we started it as essentially a starport fork to get very fast and up to speed, so that we could release features on the Nest. And this was in June. We knew that we would have to move off of starport eventually, but we didn't know when. Well, as low as it should happen, we now have to move off starport. So we are now migrating off of starport. That activity is happening. If you want to ever track it, just head to Paloma on GitHub. You can see the work being done by team members to bring that to life. The goal is that that new release should have a IAVL fastnode disabled non-starport dependency ready version of Paloma. So that means that Paloma will even be stronger, better, faster, and more resilient. We celebrate that this was our first upgrade halt ever. We've had lots of other halts, either from Genesis migrations to bad snapshots, etc. This was our first upgrade halt, so we can check that off our box. We've done it. And of course, many thanks to the War Room. The War Room has been effective. And because of our learnings from past halts, we are now essentially being able to make Paloma even less risky and less halt prone. So Paloma is getting stronger, fat pigeon, stronger pigeon. So that refactoring will continue. And as soon as we have a new release, we will inform everyone so that we can come back online so that folks can then take advantage of the free gas and the free deployments to any other EVM chip. Oh my God, free gas, free deployments in a recession. What else can you ask for? So we're super excited. So thanks to the Volume team. Special thanks to Vera as well, and the rest of the folks who've been debugging and hacking. We are excited about the next release of Paloma, and we are excited about the testnet coming back online, and we're getting ready. We also want to say a special shout out to all the great new validators that are reaching out, folks at Staking Cabin, the folks at Figment, the folks at Block Daemon. Is really flattering for Paloma to receive your attention, because we're a very under marketed project, and we're not really focused on incentivization. We're looking for real folks who want to commit to this project. So really, really excited about you reaching out to us. It's an indication that, again, for all the community, the work is doing its job and Paloma's impact is growing. Cool. Vera, did I forget anything?
Cool.
I didn't forget anything, except to say free gas and free deployments of contracts to any chain. I just, okay. We have to do a PIP proposal to say how we're like, to remind everybody. But this is a big win, and we're super excited. So with that, we will cool the music, and we will see you next week.